All right, guys, warming up after a little bike ride. Got our first snow of the year and doing a nice little cruise, gravel road. But I wanted to answer a question, or a few questions that I've gotten a lot about this awning that we have here. I've had a lot of questions about which one I have, and then how I set it up or mounted it to the car itself, and then just what I have thought about it, if it's worked well. So I'm going to kind of run through that. But first of all, if you aren't familiar with awnings, the purpose of them really, I guess in this setting, is just to provide a little protection from the sun in the summer, so you got a little shade to hang out in, and then precipitation in the winter, or any season, I guess, with rain, snow, give you a little refuge to cook or just store gear under. And there are some models that you can buy that you can get like optional bug screens for too. So I guess that's another option. I haven't tried that out yet. But yeah, so the awning that I have is a 6.5 foot long by, I think it's just over 8 feet that it comes out model. It's off of Amazon. It's one of the cheaper options out there. I did a little bit of research about a year ago before I bought this one and decided to go with it. There are a handful of options out there that are more name brand and expensive, but I decided to go with this one, and so I'll kind of do a quick overview of this thing and then maybe some things to look out for, and then at the end I'll kind of give my synopsis on what or who I think might appreciate buying this one. Okay, so like I said, this is the 6.5 foot version. I forgot to mention there are wider or narrower versions depending on, I guess, your needs, but this one I got last year and I've used it not a ton, but definitely a handful of times on little trips, and primarily it's been for snow and rain protection, a little bit for sun, but those two are the main ones. And the first big question that people have asked is how I have it mounted up here. So I'll kind of show you up on top here how it's mounted to the basket itself. So if you look right here, the awning comes with this little rail system here, and then these L brackets with clamps, and I just attached them or clamped it straight onto these bars, these cross members on the basket that I have. The basket's obviously connected to the car rails, and then this just clamps right on here. So from what I understand, this basket is actually sold out right now on Amazon, but I found a different one that's similar and actually looks a little bit better. So if you're looking for a basket that's kind of skinny like this one, I'll try to link that up. But as far as attaching it to the stock rails on the car, I'm not sure how that would work. I'm sure you can come up with something, but having a basket has made it easy. And I haven't even thought about moving it up to this top rail, clamping it on somehow up here just to give a little bit more height outside. So that is how I have it mounted, and I'll show you this backside as well. Okay, so I'll go over pros and cons at the end, but a couple cons that I have already are, one, the zipper little handle broke off, and the zipper hasn't worked too well. Fortunately, it has these other clips, so that kind of holds it together and hasn't been a big issue, but a little bit annoying. I suppose that's what you get with cheaper option, and I'll show you real quick how it sets up. So this zipper goes like that, and then underneath we've got two bars that kind of fold out. They just extend like a painter's pull style. You just twist to lock it, and they've got these little bolts here that go into the metal piece. If you'll notice, they have a little nut. That's what keeps it tight. I did not check that, and I actually lost one in the snow last winter, so I only have one, but it still manages, and I'm gonna just go buy something at the hardware store to get that replaced. So just kind of extend these out, and then I've got stakes and string guy lines in there. So those just hang there, and then this thing comes out like this. You've got two more sets of pulls, same thing. Twist them to get them to come out. Pull that good. And once it's up, this bolt right here that I showed you just goes right into that little hole up there. Pull tension on it and then cinch it down. Then same thing on this side. Like I said, since I'm missing that piece, it doesn't work quite as well at the moment, but if I put tension on it, good. And then all along the edge, it's got these Velcro straps. So that's kind of how I keep it in position right now. Just do one of these straps. There's straps all along. And it'll hang like that just fine, but it's gonna be windy or really rainy, snowy. I'm gonna load up. You can put out these little guy lines. This guy. And then it's just like a tent pole. It's got an adjustable little knob here. There. So that's that. You can do the same thing on the other side. So pretty quick and easy setup, but overall, really the cons that come to mind or the downsides to this one. One, the build quality. Like I said, it's not excellent. It's held up all right for me, but the zipper broke and then missing that one piece already. So I suppose that's not awesome. And then one of the other things I'm not a huge fan of is, and I guess this isn't necessarily the fault of the awning itself, but it's kind of low. And so if you're my height, you know, right around 6 foot, then you're gonna have to duck whenever you're in and out, but I guess that's more the car's fault than anything. Overall, I would say it's a pretty good option, being, you know, fairly cheap, under, I think it's around 150 bucks, and pretty lightweight, easy to mount with those little L brackets. But yeah, if you're looking for other options, there are some name brand ones. I haven't used any of them, but there's I think a Smitty builds like one like this. It's quite a bit more expensive, and then they also have a big like batwing style 270-degree awning that mounts on the side, and then it goes all the way around, covers your trunk too, which would be pretty cool. But they weigh like 50 pounds and they're like over $700. So I haven't gotten one of those, but they would be cool. And then ARB makes one that I think this actually might be kind of a copycat version of, and again, it's I think $300-400 bucks or something like that. So yeah, if you're needing something that's just lightweight, good option for occasional use, and you don't have the budget to spend a crazy amount on an awning, this thing's worked well for me, and I'm sure it probably would for you as well. So if you have any other thoughts, please feel free to put them down below, and I'll link up everything that I talked about. So that's that, the awning. Thanks for watching.